For some unknown reason, people actually care about Metacritic scores. Now why on earth they do is truly beyond me, since it is an inherently terrible website due to its system being fundamentally flawed, as it cannot adequately translate reviews out of anything but 10 or 100 into its 0 to 100 scoring system correctly. However, there seems to be a huge amount of PlayStation fanboys who absolutely live or die for a high Metacritic score because for some reason they actually care what some terrible site like Metacritic rates their games. I love to be the one to break the news to you guys, but just because someone else doesn't like the same games as you, that doesn't mean they are somehow an Xbox fanboy. And a game having a lower score than 90 definitely does not mean it is bad. Horizon Forbidden West is going to be a great game, and almost no one is denying that. Even the reviews with lower ratings are not denying that. Although I really should not be expecting any sense of intelligence from the people who created a fake IGN article claiming Xbox fanboys were sending death threats to Phil Spencer over Call of Duty staying multi-platform. So without further delay, let's get into the Sony Pony Soul. Dude saying standards change. That's why Horizon Forbidden West got an 89 again on Metacritic. But my whole timeline talking about giving Cyberpunk another shot. Standards did change, but for the worst. Games are fucking trash nowadays for the most part. I have literally no idea what the hell this dumbass was trying to say because of how incoherent that was. You somehow accidentally agreed with what they were saying whilst at the same time trying to argue against what those people have been saying. Standards didn't change. The fact Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West have the literal exact same scores shows that. As from what everyone has been saying, the sequel is an extremely safe one that does not try anything really new. It simply takes from other games like Breath of the Wild a few mechanics and adds that onto the existing Horizon Zero Dawn whilst giving you a new story, which is not a bad thing. And that is the main reason as to why it's got the same score as Horizon Zero Dawn, not because standards change for the worse like you're stupidly claiming. Also, bringing up the people who have been wanting to give Cyberpunk 2077 another shot after CD Projekt Red for the most part fixed the console versions completely defeats your entire argument. If that shows anything, it is that people's standards change for the better, not for the worst. Developers sacrifice their health and work their asses off for years to put out a great product. They put out their product and a troll fanboy reviewer thinks it's funny to score their games badly, potentially sabotaging the devs bonus. But think of the poor reviewer laughing my ass off. My god, the constant crying about the poor developers from PS5 fanboys only consistently lessens the actual argument that developers should be treated better. Giving a game a lower score does not affect the game developers. If they want a higher score, make a fucking better game. There are blatant issues with Horizon Forbidden West that in my opinion make it under a 90. One of the most prominent issues is the severe pop-in problems that channels like SkillUp talked about. This is not a perfect game like fanboys unsurprisingly are pretending it is. Grow the fuck up and realize not everyone likes the same games as you, and just because they review a game at a lower score than what you personally believe it to be worthy of, that does not make the reviewer a troll. The whole mocking of people who are disappointed in the gaming space for attacking the reviewer is absolutely moronic. He does not need to like the same games as you. Like, come on, do you really think harassing the reviewer in his DMs is a reasonable reaction to him not liking a game that you haven't even played yet, as much as you will undoubtedly claim to love it no matter how much you actually do like it? Unsurprisingly, there is a familiar face from the last video in the reviewer's DMs. There's a common pattern amongst fanboys, and it's a ludicrously disgusting behavior over the most minuscule shit like Metacritic review scores. And let's be real, this has nothing to do with the developers and everything to do with the fact that ponies have been trying to shit on Halo Infinite and Xbox for months, if not years, because Xbox games like Halo Infinite only get 87 on Metacritic. But now that Horizon Forbidden West is only 2 points above, the entirety of your spurging over Halo is made even more laughable, because we all know you'll overpraise this game to high heaven like you did the last one. Horizon Forbidden West could have been a 90 plus, but robot meerkats are a deal breaker.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
Ah yes, it is totally all thanks to a singular website that Horizon Forbidden West didn't get a score above 90. There definitely weren't any other mixed reviews published. But either way, why the fuck do you care? Does this affect your experience in the game? Not in the slightest. Imagine getting this pressed over someone obviously joking around and calling some of the robots meerkats and boars. That is, as per usual with fanboys, beyond pathetic. I mean, after all, these people were spending the entirety, and I mean the entirety of Valentine's Day, crying over review scores on a shitty site like Metacritic. I am not even in the slightest a fan of 99% of gaming journalists, but there is a time and place to criticize them. This is not one of them. The majority of the reviewers' points working at Sevivor seem more than legitimate. Just because he made a small joke about the robots being meerkats, that doesn't mean you all need to spurge out like this, especially on Valentine's Day. Horizon Forbidden West is a bigger, better game than the original in nearly every way. At Fanboy Attack, clown emoji. Horizon Zero Dawn review 90 out of 100. Horizon Forbidden West review 80 out of 100. You know, you honestly may have had an actual point if you bothered to use the little brain cells you actually have to read the names of the people who reviewed Horizon Zero Dawn for the website Attack of the Fanboys and who reviewed Horizon Forbidden West for them. They are not the same person. Therefore, their opinions about the game will vary, and therefore, their review scores will vary. I know, such an incredibly unsurprising turn of events. Different people have different tastes in video games. All you had to do to figure this out was to quite literally just click read full review. And of course you can even read either of the reviews properly because there are a multitude of things PS5 fanboys refuse to do. And one of them is most certainly basic research. In typical fashion of people who use the clown emoji, the only real clown here is you, Andre. There are so many inconsistencies with these dogshit reviews, not to mention all the borderline trolling 6 out of 10 scores. Gaming journalism is in the saddest state in all their history. If a game is better than the previous one, the least it can get is the same score. What a joke. In fairness, I can agree that gaming journalism and journalism in general is in the saddest state it's ever been in. However, this is not a case that proves that fact. This is a case that proves how not only insanely petty PS5 fanboys are, but how insanely immature they are. The reasoning behind the quote-unquote inconsistent reviews is that these sites can't constantly have the same reviewers review the sequels to the games they previously reviewed. Different human beings have different opinions, and I know that must be a wildly hard concept for you to personally understand, considering how you obviously live inside an echo chamber of Sony fanboys. I'd honestly just recommend for once turning off your fanboy vision and snapping back to reality, even if it's for a short period of time. There are too many words. Facepalm emoji. It's almost like when you go on a site like Metacritic, you are going to see word-based reviews and not videos. Is this like the default response from ponies now? Because this is exactly how they reacted to the Ant-Man when he responded to their false allegations surrounding him being a racist. Which, shameless plug, if you want to watch a video about that, then I'll put a link up for it right now. Or you can just go to my channel and watch it after this video. Either way, the mind of a fanboy is something truly baffling, and something no one will ever be able to solve the mystery of its existence. Facts, and Stevivor wonder why they're blacklisted. These guys try to turn Metacritic into goddamn Eurovision. Biased as fuck politics. Assassin's Creed Valhalla got scored a 9 by these guys. Let that sink in. Never mind Halo Infinite. Horizon Forbidden West deserves better. My god, do these morons love to nitpick reviews to try and prove someone is biased or a quote-unquote Xbox. If you took a second to look at some of the site's other reviews, you would clearly see that they have also consistently reviewed PlayStation exclusives highly. They gave Spider-Man PS4 a 9.5 out of 10, Miles Morales a 9.5 out of 10, which is something I would personally strongly disagree with myself when it comes to their Miles Morales review specifically. And as you can see, the owner of the site has not shown bias towards Xbox like these fanboys are so desperately trying to claim. Regardless of all those facts, how are they pushing biased as fuck politics in those reviews exactly? That seems like a really strange complaint, since I couldn't see any politics injected into their reviews when it comes to the console wars. The idiot called Autobots meerkats. Proof Stevivor didn't play it. Now how on earth someone doesn't know that Stevivor is a website and isn't a single person is truly baffling. And how is him making a joke about a robot type in the game proof he didn't play it? Surely that would prove he did in fact play the game. If you're going to bullshit, at least bullshit a little better than this idiocy. This is why Metacritic can't be taken serious. You have sites/publications that no one has ever heard of, of or read before, giving games a 6 out of 10 like it matters. No one cares what Jim's balls to the wall gaming reviews gives Horizon Forbidden West. Play the game, it will be amazing. I am all for, and I mean I am full-heartedly all for, taking shits all over Metacritic, but this is not one of the reasons as to why Metacritic should not be taken seriously. In most cases, that is the main benefit of a site like Metacritic existing. You get to see a multitude of opinions from a variety of publications about the games you are thinking of purchasing. That is blatantly a benefit, not a bloody negative thing. There are a shit ton of ways to trash a terrible site like Metacritic, and yet you manage to fail to do so. In the art of fairness, I do however have to agree with this guy that Horizon Forbidden West will be a great game. Let's be honest, Horizon Forbidden West is only an 89 on Metacritic because the PS4 version is obviously holding the PS5 version back.
Cope!
What?
Yeah, that's right, cope!
What in tarnation does that even—
Cope, seethe, maul.
You listen here, string bean.
Seethe,
You ain't
cope, cope,
You're at the
everyone,
bottom
look
of
at
the
this guy
damn
over here, he's
leaderboard, you
freaking
little—
coping.
This has to be the weirdest explanation of why the game got an 89 score, especially considering how the answer is incredibly obvious. From what everyone has been saying, the game is a very safe sequel that doesn't at all try to do anything flashy. That is why it hasn't scored higher than the first game, not because the PS4 version has held the PS5 version back. That visibly isn't true. Just look at the difference between the PS4 and PlayStation 5 versions. They have clearly toned down the world density for last gen, which is a smart way to optimize your video games for older systems, and something other developers, I'm looking at you Techland, need to take notes on. Now I cannot be asked to read and respond to any more degenerate Sony Pony tweets, which means we have finally reached the end of my video. So with all that being said, please do not forget to do all the things YouTubers love to beg you to do, aka check out my Discord server, follow me on Twitter, as well as like, comment and subscribe. So that will see you all in the next video.